Hello. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Is
Morning.
not because of not of our participants, but this is usually how we start our global sessions. And yeah, so my name is Joerg.hruby. I'm the business owner of the G Mindset Center for Global Education, and we did already do a lot of global programs with multicultural teams. So right now we have executed 10 programs, I guess 1,100 ex-participants from 70 countries, 70 countries. And we always develop different interesting programs. So we have a students program, we have a business manager program. Before we had one called professional program, which was a little bit like a business manager. We also had an executive program in the beginning, and now today we also talk about an executive program that is integrated in a senior executive program. So don't get confused. You are here in the right session. So a senior executive program goes 12 weeks and starts actually on the 27th of June. And the executive program is a shorter program of 6 weeks, but in the live session with the senior executives and even some global human resource managers. So we always have more people in the live sessions, but the live sessions doesn't give you a certificate. So the live sessions are there to connect and even to be in breakout rooms with other people that are not in your team. Okay, so what is a team? So a team consists of 7, maximum 8 people from 7 or 8 different countries. So you will not have 2 Brazilians inside, or you will not have 2 from Mexico inside, or Germans, but we do multicultural teams. So it is that within these multicultural teams, there will be elected a team leader, quite in the beginning. And the team leader has a specific role because the team leader needs to make sure that all of the team members are doing their tasks. So the point is that there are some learnings, some individual learnings, and some team learnings. And the team leader invites you for a team task. So this is a separate. So the team leader gets also an evaluation, an additional evaluation. So a team leader gets a different certificate. This is what I'm going to tell you. Every participant needs to go through 6 skills. In this case, when we talk about the executive program, and let me just also share here the screen that you know what I'm talking about. So there are a couple of different, in this case, competence. So what we do is soft skills development. And in order to change the mindset, you need to have a person that gives you perhaps feedback. You need to reflect. And for sure, you need to know where you are. So in the beginning, we have a live session, Thursdays, from 8 to 10. Right now is the time. I don't think we have a change till August, but the time is always 8 a.m. Mexico City time till 10 a.m. So I think for Brazil, it's right now a 3 hours difference. Bolivia is 2 hours. India is 11.5 hours because we always had participants. Germany is 8 hours difference, but there might be some time changes sometimes. No, but you always need to look at Mexico City time, 8 a.m., 8 to 10. So what are we doing? There is a live session, and the live sessions are from different parts of the world. No? So I will also show you the professors in a couple of minutes, but we mostly have 2 teachers. These are not only professors, these are trainers, coaches, consultants, and practitioners, and professors. So we have a mix of everything. No? So we do not only have theoretical people, professors, and this is relevant to mention. No? So we have a mix. And we have people from different parts of the world with a different teaching style, learning style, because the world is different. No? So I'm German citizen. And in Germany, you teach students differently to Brazil or to Mexico. And this is my experience where I lived. And in this case, education is global. And this is why we do these programs, in order to connect people and that you interact and that you reflect. So in the beginning, you have a live session, integrity. Okay, Thursday. On Sunday, you enter into a learning management system and you have an assessment on integrity, 10 to 15 questions. According to this assessment, you get different learning material. So we have different people here, and perhaps Eri has a different level on integrity than perhaps here also Beatrice or Marcella. So you got your learning material to improve, usually 2 text and 1 video that you need to answer. The text and the video are practitioner oriented. They are not scientifically, or they are in a language that you can understand and that you can apply. The learning material is for application right now, and not like, oh, I didn't understand and what are we doing? Okay, then the team leader will invite you, perhaps Wednesday, Thursday. Hey, we need to do our team task. Here, I selected the case and inviting you. So you have a case study, a Harvard business case. So you have free access to Harvard business case, I think 4 or 5 texts a month. So when the team leader said, we go for this text, you do a joint report. So you discuss about the text. Individual learning, so first of all, assessment, customized learning material, team learning, week to week to week to week. Okay, at the end of this program, here, after 6 weeks, you are in a fixed group, as I mentioned before, 7 or 8 people. Everybody evaluates everybody. Now comes peer feedback. How is Eri doing on integrity? How is Marcella doing on empowering others? How is Beatrice on motivating skills? So these six skills, you do an individual assessment and the group. So, and the truth might be in between. No? Some people say, I'm the best on the planet, and some people said, no, I don't know anything. They underestimate. And perhaps even Eri and whatever, she can also later mention about her evaluation or whatever, how people evaluate her as a leader. So the point is, assessments, learning material, peer feedback. After the end of the program, you do a reflection report. How was your learn? How beneficial was it in the team? Because sometimes the people show you a mirror. A mindset can only change with interaction, feedback, reflection. So it's a circle. And the more you interact in your team with your WhatsApp group, you have a fixed team, but in the live session, you are in a breakout with complete different people. And for sure, we will share all we need to ask everybody, but we will share the data. When you say, oh, there's a guy in Germany doing the same in the same industry like me, and I want to have a chat, for sure. We connect people. This cohort is about senior executive. The benefit is a networking aspect, and this is what we also do. So we even have a map, or where you can see where are all people located on this planet. There are already a couple of 100 people inside, I think, or getting more and more. And this is at the end also beneficial. So you will get a certificate with all of these logos. So with business partners, with academic partners, they are from different parts of the world, the universities. No? And a team leader gets a different certificate, and the participant, so the team leader gets 2 certificates. One is a team leader. So we mention the skills, we mention the hours, and we also can make you a card on, perhaps for your employer, self-evaluation, peer evaluation with a spider web, where you can see how you improved. No? So these are the things. What are we additionally doing? And also Eri, perhaps, and some others that have done a good job in earlier cohorts, they are mentors. And what is the task of a mentor? A mentor is dealing with a fixed team of 7 or 8 people, supports the team leader, helps in the learning management system. When there might be conflicts, they are going to intervene, what we did not have before. We never had a case of racism, and we have people from all over the world with all skin colors. No? So we never had a case. I mean, it's also surprising. I mean, it's good, but it's also surprising because the world is sometimes not like this, but we have all educated people here. No? So there was never an issue. So you need to do your task. You will only get a certificate when you have 6 skills, peer feedback, and reflection report. These 3 things are mandatory. And the live sessions are good. But we know that people have work. We know that there's lunch break, perhaps in Brazil, whatever. We know that, but we record the session. You can look it on demand. Thursday and on Sunday, you go on the material. It's good because the live session prepares you for the topic. But in the platform, you get deeper text, deeper knowledge. And according to your level, you make the next move. You make the next move. We also had asked people after the program, besides these 6 skills you will learn, there are a lot of learning outcomes, like people get more self-aware. People can deal better with different working styles. Now, I mean, you must know the Germans, they are not doing everything at the last minute, but Latinos do. And so there are conflicts. And it's a matter on how to deal with it. When a German is a team leader and said, hey, pass me, I mean, I'm going to Germany and I don't have my permission to go and I'm waiting for it. I cannot book my flight and I'm a German. And usually I plan everything ahead. But even me, I have the same issues here. I'm also in a different cultural environment. And I also need to be kind. And I also need to be adapting to this environment. No? Anyhow, but this is multicultural teamwork. What did you learn after this cohort? You learn a lot about yourself. You learn about, oh, I need to be flexible, adaptable. Perhaps you have your values like punctuality and others. But you will see that people interpret even a text completely different. When there is a message in WhatsApp, the people might react differently on it. And this is what you learn. And this is, oh, what is typical Brazilian? What is typical Albanian? What is typical German? This is what you will find out after this program. So you will know who you are better. I mean, the course is called Global Leadership Mindset Development. I mean, you know it yourself. It depends on your role. How much contact do you have every day outside your home country? But at the end, it's about communication. So the Germans are very direct in giving feedback and others not. They will not tell you what they think. And this is what you will learn. You will learn that people are completely different, culturally triggered, and this is enriching. And like I said, also the networking part is something you cannot underestimate. I mean, we have ambassadors from 55 countries. We have 45 mentors, I think, right now. When I'm correct, Eri, you can correct me, but people stay with us. And people can develop into a new role like a mentor after this program. So you can stay with us, you can develop, and you can live with this multiculturalism and diversity. And this is what we offer you. We offer you here a place of people from different parts of the world, but that you can even ask. You say, oh, my company wants to go to Bolivia. Yeah, here are 4 people from Bolivia. My company wants to go to Pakistan. Here are ex-participants from Pakistan. So we have a platform that is growing. And in 3 years, we reached 70 countries. And it's just like the beginning. We now had Cuba inside. Javier, first time Cuba. I mean, who is doing business with Cuba? Nobody. But now it's a matter on that things are changing. And also that that there might be connection. And I mean, at the end, we are mostly business people. We also had engineers. We had even psychologists or people in medicine. I mean, many jobs are international. No, I mean, when you are in Sao Paulo working in a hospital, you also will see not only Brazilians there. So, and in this case, it is like we have some big cities like Mexico City, where I'm located, and for sure. And at the end, even it's perhaps about looking for a job later. Now, I mean, why do you pay the money for Harvard? I mean, they have excellent teachers, but they also have a network, and people pay for the network. And as you know, in Brazil, Fundação Dom Cabral, others, it's you pay for the network. They have excellent people, but on the other side, it's beneficial to be in this part. And we all know sometimes when you look for another job or for another country, it's good to have somebody you can contact. So let me also open up here. I'm nearly finishing 4 or 5 minutes, and then we can also ask Eri or and perhaps some other participants if they have questions. But we have, I mean, this is the overall brochure for the 12 weeks. But in the week number 7, the executive program starts. Like here, integrity, empowering others. There are even other competences before, because when people are even higher in the hierarchy, they need perhaps even different skills. So it's about upskilling, reskilling. When you are a team leader, you need different skills. When you are a beginner of a job, you need to organize yourself. So, and this is at the end. You can see Javier is jumping in and outside because in Cuba the internet is not good. And this is what we also have in our sessions. No? I mean, it's a global program, and not everybody has stable internet. No? And even me in Chihuahua, where I lived before 2 years ago, there was also sometimes also not the best internet, even if it was in Mexico. And Mexico usually also has a very good internet. So here we have a teacher so she's starting here. Sorry, Krista is starting from Switzerland. Then we have Argentina, United States, Mexico, Germany, Egypt, India, Austria, Mexico, Japan, Germany, Brazil, Bolivia, Brazil, not Germany. I mean, okay, sometimes we even had more teachers from more multicultural environments, but I also checked about for people having a lot of work experience, and this were my first look in order to organize a good program. I mean, here, Peter Spanagel, he works for for Bayer. I think everybody knows when you have a headache, you take an aspirin. and those people, they have 25 years or 30 years of work experience in this big multinational German company. I mean, they are good people, no? And here are the partners again, and yeah. So this is the so-called, this was a brochure. The brochure gives you the names and their background, and on the other side we also have a so-called where is it here? This one here, let me share it with you if I'm correct. I think this one here, and this one here is the so-called syllabus. Syllabus gives you, okay, but what exactly are we doing in emotional intelligence? Here, like what books to read, or I mean, you know it yourself when you are in an academic environment, more or less. We always tell you what we are going to do, and what is the content. Stepping out of the comfort zone. Why is the topic more relevant? So they highlight a little bit of what they do within their sessions, and this is at the end the program. So the program is beneficial, I think. I mean, but this needs to talk about ex-participants. Multicultural learning is I think sometimes challenging, but more enriching, because at the end you get more solutions for a case study because you have different viewpoints. It's good because some people cannot see their blind spots, and perhaps even with different cultural backgrounds, they see it more clear. And this is at the end what is enriching. So it is a global program, global networking, practitioner-oriented material, and at the end you make the next move. You make the next move in competence development. You will get to know people you will not know when you're not in the program, and you even can share experience. It's about that people talk about, oh, I had the same problem, I did solve this, or so it's about the interaction. It's about this talking, frequently talking, and reflecting on the learnings, and this will change your mindset. No? So the dynamic is in the team, and this is triggered, and there is a support of the mentors, and always that you're not stuck, but you must invest time. You must invest time. 6 to 8 hours a week, you must invest time. I'm not providing any certificate for people who are not doing their work. You can ask them here the ex-participants, I'm not giving anybody a certificate who is not doing the task. And this will destroy my reputation. And like I said, we had 1,100 ex-participants, and you need to go through it. I know this program starts on the 8th of August. It's after holiday season, perhaps. No? But you need to, you can do it at the weekend, whenever so the material is available. So what I would like to do right now, first ask you, do you have any kind of questions? And then perhaps we have Eri and Javier here who can perhaps talk about their experiences, no? Good or not good or whatever. Hopefully good. I didn't prepare them, but otherwise they wouldn't be here when they not support the program. So are there first some questions? Yes, please.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. I would like to understand a little bit more about the dynamic. There is a live on Thursday, and then the group organized himself. How does it happens in practice?
Yeah. So we have a learning management system. Is something like Canvas or Blackboard, and people enter into a learning management system. It's a new tool. We have it for 1.5 years, and this is what participants can, or ex-participants here can tell you better even. But you have a flow of what you need to do. So you say, oh, I got a text, you need to answer. I got another text, I need to answer. So the dynamic is that we even will right now also remind you with an email that you need to do your task. So we have an overall WhatsApp group, and we tell you, oh, we are now in the week 1, week 2, week 3. People are very busy at work, and they need to do their task in order to keep the deadline. So every Sunday, Rocio is opening up a new competence. So you need to finish it, and comes the next and the next. So we are even over communicating, I would say sometimes, about what you need to do. But perhaps Eri can tell you, she raised her hand, about how is it with Fuxam to enter, and how is the dynamics that you need to do your task, please.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm sorry for the video. It's not perfect today, but it's like that.
Yeah.
So yes, there is 2 things I wanted to say. Fuxam is pretty intuitive, because you have to follow the tasks one by one. You cannot go to the next until you finish the first. So you really completely understand how does it work. And it's very, very important that you all will have the team leader and also a mentor. What does it mean? You don't understand something, you ask. Somebody will be there to guide you and to help you. The Fuxam program is very, very nice. I loved it. And actually, you start reading the papers, and they are scientific papers. They are from Harvard, if I don't remember wrong, some of them.
Yeah, Harvard Business.
Yes, and they give you very, very good insights on all you just will hear in the Thursdays. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So you will have a lecture, and we will talk about some competencies, and then you will work on it on Fuxam. It's very, very easy, actually. And sometimes you will find things that you say, that you're going to say, oh, I just knew it, but not completely. You're always going to learn something new.
Yeah.
And if you have questions, just ask me, because it's fresh. I just finished a couple of months ago, so Fuxam is pretty fresh.
Yeah. Perhaps Javier can also say something. He is in Cuba located. I don't know if you can speak or if you're in the work, Javier. Let's see. No, he dropped out. Yeah, sometimes he has not a good connection. Perhaps he will come back. Yeah. So first question was about the dynamic. So you got support for the platform. You have something like a journey. So first you need to go this, and like Eri said, you cannot jump. That you said, oh, I want to do topic number 4. So you have integrity starting, and then comes the other one, and you need to go. through everything. And then after 6 weeks, then comes the peer feedback, because you get to know each other. So you cannot evaluate somebody like this. I mean, in the beginning, it's tricky, and also Eric can tell you something, and people are in a WhatsApp group, nobody's talking, and then it will come, and this is a quite usual process. So people said, why are they not responding? I mean, people don't know you, and people build differently trust. Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, can I? But it was very good also, because at the beginning, it also teaches you something. Because if you remember, we talked about this. I was like, why nobody answers? How am I supposed to go on? What am I supposed to do? And then you start also being creative. You start looking for answers, and that really helps you a lot. And also my mentor, I remember her telling me, and Rosie also telling me, get it done. Find another way, And I was just like, okay, why shouldn't I? And it really helps also. It changed you. Actually, the beginning perspective, how you enter and how the program, I always said, it changed you a bit.
Yeah, tell something about your personal learning outcomes, not about the competences you learn, but what do you personally learn besides the program even? Or are you still in contact with some of them?
Yeah.
Are you still in contact?
So the program has its own competencies, which everybody pretty much learned, and they are, some of them, they are really, it opens your mind a lot about the need to be global. But except for that, it's a personal journey also, because you are used to your own culture, your own way of speaking, and probably you get things done. I remember one of the answers I had to give, and one of the case studies talked about this, a manager which is very successful and goes to a new place, and it just isn't anymore anything working, And personally, I have learned a lot of how to work in different situations with different people, and to actually listen to the other. And listen means also to understand how it works, their culture, and how their culture can intertwine with mine, how we can work in different hours, because it's a very important thing. I remember this was something completely, it changed my point of view. I am writing to you, and for me it's afternoon, and I'm completely okay, but probably for you it's morning. And you are not as receptive as I am. So you start just thinking of all this. And your point of view is so different that you know how to get things done. I don't write you in a moment when it's morning for you anymore, when I want to have something done.
Yeah. I mean, this is relevant later when you perhaps even lead, when you are a LATAM manager, whatever. No? I mean, look, we have different time zones. No, I mean, Brazil is 3 hours ahead. No? And perhaps even when you are in California, it's even 2 hours difference to me. So it's 4 to 5 hours. No? When you are located in Sao Paulo, and you need to know when is the best time to organize a meeting. When are we doing our team task? At what time do we perhaps even organize a Zoom or a Teams? No? Because I can tell you, we had people from Canada, from the West Coast till China in one program. And for me, it was 8 o'clock. For them, it was 6 o'clock. And in China, it was 11 p.m. at night. And then they entered into the program at 11 p.m. And they were there all over the weeks. I said, Friday, and we did this on Friday. I said, on Friday evening, I'm doing something different, but not a global program. No, but some people were motivated. And at the end, these are relevant learning outcomes. Let me also check, because I can, I'm looking here for a page that you can, wait a second, I'll share it to you in a second. Here, let me just go. I think you can see it right now. Let me make it bigger, because this is what I ask people. I ask people, besides the 12 competences, and even Eri supported me to have a nice outline here. Did your curiosity? No, you only need to look about the blue and the red color. So this is, I mean, I have more than 23 responses. I have even 120, but this is what I found right now very fast. Did you get more open-minded? No? So when you put both together, you can see this. And these were as a business manager. I also have it for students, and I have another one. I have 3 different of those. Cultural awareness, cultural sensitivity. These are learning outcomes. 40 questions, patience, even. Some of them are clearly highlighted. Can you accept better, different perspective? Yes. When you see those 2 results, it's 90%, over 90. So these are learning outcomes, different working styles. Here, do you feel more self-aware? And a lot of people wrote this in their reflection report. They said, oh, now I can speak up better because I talk with strangers. Now, Eric, can you tell something about this self-awareness? I mean, you also see it with other people. And it's not only you. What did you observe of other people in the cohort? In live sessions, for example.
Yes, also in live session at the beginning, you're I mean, all of us, I think, in the beginning are a bit more nervous. You don't know if you're doing right, if you're speaking, if your speech is going to be reached, if you're correct. We are not native speakers of English also. So while not being native speakers, you have a little bit of discomfort in the beginning. And then you start to feel always more confident about it. I mean, now it's not a problem for me at all to talk, you know?
Yeah.
And it was different in the beginning. I was just like, or they're all professors, or should I maybe... Also, your confidence grows a lot because in the beginning you think, am I entitled to talk about this? Is it, I mean, who am I, you know? And then you start saying, why not? Because you see somebody else, a professor, listening at you and saying, okay, correct, you're right. You know, it's very important, this set. I already told you this. This is very important. Gives boosts the confidence in people. Not only me, also a lot of others I have seen completely changing since the beginning.
Yeah, because we speak a lot about experience, and experience are personal, and as you know, sometimes emotional issues or whatever, somebody can see it differently, but some people can also say, yeah, I had the same, and this is at the end something like where everybody makes the next move, your collaboration, international clients. So like she said, you're doing more English, you negotiate with others, so you feel a little bit more prepared. And here networking, okay, it's perhaps not the clearest indication, but some of them interact, building relationships. I mean, some of them you have clear indications, some of them is, okay, we need to look why somebody learns better or not. Even some teams work better than others. So what would you say? What is the factor that some teams of 7-8 people work better than others? I mean, it's for us also not clear. We put people together on the cultures and not like, oh, you are the most communicative person, I put you with others together. No. But okay, now Eri dropped or was out with internet, but I mean, these are family members. Did they see some differences? And we even, can you better self-reflect? These were all business managers. I have the same for students, and I have even a bigger sample. Critical thinking, build boundaries, conflicts. Do you feel more empowered in a foreign environment after the program? Less vulnerable to speak. Yeah, also 60% say this. Do you learn not to judge people and others after the program? Yes, they learn it. They are not judging. No? So can you better listen? Better give feedback, okay, it's so la la, but also 60 to 70%. Can you respect others more after the program? No, I mean, this is something like also a diversity course, you know. I mean, no, I don't want to downplay this, but I mean, it's a multicultural, diverse people, regulate emotions. I mean, it's only 12 to 14 weeks, so we don't do a program of 1 year, but even there, we can see already some improvements. No? Shift your perspective, understand somebody, take yourself more time. Oh, why does a person tell me so much? No? Yeah, resilience level. No, so I ask a lot of questions. Do you step more often outside the comfort zone? And here, what other learning? Self-confidence, self-awareness. I mean, this is what people said, not me. There is a process of creating, more responding rather than reacting. Increase in emotional intelligence, team interaction. You mentioned all of them. You mentioned all of them, okay. Yeah, so we have here these parts there. Yeah, is there anything you would like to ask? Perhaps even Pretam, you did not mention you are in India, or according to the name, I'm not sure. Is there anything you would like to ask? I'm not sure if she or he can respond. Yeah, what about you both? Beatrice, you have any more questions?
No, it's okay, pretty clear for me.
So the price is adapted to each country. So we have 75 countries adapted. So I mean, we have some very developed countries like Switzerland, Norway. They pay the price premium, and we have perhaps Botswana and others, one of the lowest. No? So but this is what we can speak. The program starts on the 8th of August. If you want to participate, the senior executive even starts earlier on the 27th. So the senior executive is a double price of the executive. So for example, the senior executive for United States is 1,000, and for the executive is 500. And for Brazil, I don't know, it's perhaps 800 and 400 or even less. I need to look at I don't know, all the 75 prices. Now I go by purchasing power parity to make it fair, and every country pays less. For example, I think 480 for India, the senior executive, and 240 for the executives. No, I think this one I have in my mind. Yeah. Okay, low on internet bandwidth. Okay, yeah, but I have recorded the session. So anything else you would like to know? I mean, what we do is we have on the 27th our first 3 sessions. So we invite people to participate. You can be in the live session, but this other program starts on the 8th of August. So you can participate. We always have some open session where we invite people, and especially now the first 3, in order to have a nice global classroom, and you can decide if you like it or not. But this is what we always do. No? So we always let people into the live. In the learning management system is too complicated to onboard you, that you understand what to do. You are not in the team, then you leave the team. It's not good for anybody, no? When there is so much volatility. But the live sessions we always have to get invited everybody.
And how you can what you can do to apply to the program?
Yeah, you can send me a WhatsApp. I mean, on the flyers there's always my email, for example. No?
Okay.
So I think perhaps you can contact Ari or whatever. Then I can put you into the executive group. I think we have, let me check. I think we have 16 people already there. So we have already candidates, and we start to build teams in 4 weeks, because not before, it doesn't make sense, because first we have the senior executive. Let me check.
Okay.
I can also, executive program has right now we have 10 members. 10 members we have. Let me check. Eri is coming back. Let me just check. Perhaps she has some.
Okay, I'll be in contact with Ari or Marina, and
Yes.
they can answer me better.
Yeah.
I'll be in contact with you, or
yeah. No, I mean, my contact information. Let me also just like so I mean here on the not take the flyer, but take the brochure. Wait a second.
okay.
Because it's always on the first page. The contact information. Let me just check that I'm sharing the correct parts. Where is it here? So here is also my where is it? Here is also my WhatsApp. Now this one
Okay,
here, all
I
in
will take
Boolean.
a picture, okay?
Yeah, let me make it bigger. Wait a second, I'll make it bigger and I'll scroll down. Where is it? Yeah, contact us. There is my email here on the bottom.
Yeah,
And
I will contact you, okay?
And the other one is from Rocio. She's in Bolivia, but she will onboard you to Fuxam. So there one is Bolivian number, and this is my Mexican number. Here is also the email from Global Mindset. No? So all issues are here. I think we need to put in a QR code, which makes it more easy the next time. But here you can get you can even write me right now a WhatsApp or whatever, and then you have my number. Yeah, Eri, what would you say? Why should people participate? I mean, I need to think about if you will get some provision for the last sentences. And Eri, no, no. What from your experience? Why should people participate? Make it in a couple of sentences. What is beneficial, or is it wasted time? No, I hope so. No, please tell what. Why should people participate? So after. I mean, you finished.
Yeah. So the point is that we are going through a global mindset, meaning that we have to work in a global context. Otherwise, we don't move forward as humanity. So we also have a lot of more opportunities in a global context than we have on our own. We cannot work alone. So the point is that you need the tools. This is a tool for us to move in this global context. You know, you always need tools. Whenever you want to start something, you go to school, you start learning, making courses or something. You know, but there is nothing for. I mean, it's the same thing to go in a global context. Some of, I mean, we have had stories of people being successful later, or starting a global job, you know, in a global context, or having a multicultural team and knowing how to do it after the program.
Yeah, tell something about the cultural map, perhaps. I mean, this is the thing you always do in the beginning. Why was it helpful to do this on communication?
It was because.
Yeah, but why? Tell
yeah, it was because you can see the points and where you are at the map. Where is your country compared to the others? And if I have a low context and the other has a high context, I know how to speak to the other one. Otherwise, I don't. I might be too much for another culture. As we always said, with Latins is another way, and with Asians it's another way completely. So in my team there was the Asian girl and there was the Latin girl, and it was completely a different approach. Otherwise, it wouldn't be. It doesn't work. You know, I cannot work in the same way with one or the other, and so the team might not work. When you know the cultural map, you know how to deal with people, how to deal with their culture, or how to find midterm. You know, they come across you and you go across them, so you meet halfway. You know, because they also want to work with you, and they also read the cultural map we all did together. You know, and there was Africa, there was Europe, and there was America and Asia. So we are 5 different continents. Imagine the cultures in there.
Yeah. I mean, you
without a map, without knowing what are you doing, that's the first thing, because you have to know your team.
I remember.
Where do they come from?
I remember I did the cultural map even for Brazil, because the Mineiros are differently to the Paulistas, to the Cariocas, the Rio de Janeiro and Santa Catarina. I mean, even inside Brazil, there are a lot of subcultures. But now you need to see, okay, but what about Bolivia? What about Mexico? What about Spain or Albania or Kenya, Ghana, I mean, Cameroon, all of these we had in our program, and India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and whatever, Ukraine, Poland, even people from the war we had inside. In earlier programs from Ukraine, we always had people inside. I mean, Israel, we had also a participant from Israel, for example. I remember that. I mean, it was before the war started. But at the end, the cultural map is something like you visualize. And when you know, oh, I got a phone call from Bolivia, from Rocio, she is on deciding like this, team deciding, in leading more top down, whatever, or what Thierry said with the terms, what is low context, high context. Low context is a little bit like the Germans. They are straightforward. They give you a deadline, and high context is like they are not so straight. And communication, you don't know what's going on, and you cannot blame the people. You cannot give them a deadline. You need to you need to take care of the people, and even as a team leader, you need to have an individual chat. You cannot blame them in the team. Yeah, Rocio or Beatrice, you didn't do your work. I mean, this is not good. In Germany, you could do this because people are used to it. No? But no, the other one said, hey, what's going on? I don't know this woman, and she's blaming me here in the team chat. What's going on with her? No? So you need to be very careful on how you communicate with your team. But this is real life. This is what people have. When you are new in a new job, you cannot say, I don't want to work with Eric. I don't want to work with Beatrice. No, they are your team members. But the matter is, how do you lead the team, or how do you communicate with them, and how do you adapt your communication style? As I said, I need to teach differently Mexican students and Brazilian students to German students. I need to be more personal. I even might share my WhatsApp number. In Germany, it's a no-go. You write emails. You never write a WhatsApp with your German students, and you will get fired when you do this, when you are too close. But in these countries here, it's completely different. And I wouldn't be successful in my evaluations here when I wouldn't adapt. And for me, it's also out of my comfort zone. So to give my colleague a beso, a kiss, it's no-go in Germany. You give the hand, and that's it. And you don't do abraza. You don't hug your colleague. You don't do it. And this is here differently. And I need to go the next step to do it. And this is, for sure, we have an online program. We cannot hug each other, but we have enemies, and perhaps the Germans, they don't have these enemies. I like them. But this is a way of communication. And WhatsApp, we have everybody in WhatsApp group. Everything goes very quickly. And this is at the end something like, at the end, it also needs to make fun. No? I mean, for sure, we need to develop all, but it also needs to make fun. No? Yeah, Eric, perhaps you have one of the last sentences, and then we perhaps can close.
Yes, you named Beatrice, and that's the perfect example, because I got to know before Ana Paula from Brazil.
Yes.
And actually, I never even thought about it. But when I had to work with Beatrice, that I didn't know before working with her, we just got to know on the job. And the point was, it went so smoothly. I didn't even have to think, how do I talk to her? I already knew, because I already knew I already started knowing the culture and everything. And it has actually helped me. It was after the program. So yes, this was the perfect example. I think Bea can also confirm it. We had an instant connection.
Yes, it was instant.
It was smooth.
At first sight.
Yes, exactly, immediately. Because otherwise, I think that before the program or something, I would have thought in the beginning, okay, she's Brazilian. I don't know the Brazilian culture. How do I? And it impacts you. I don't know if it would have gone the same way. I don't know. Do you see what I mean? If you're more timid, you think, should I or should I not? But it was completely different. I did know. It was so easy.
Yeah, I think Javier is back. Can you speak right now? Let's see. Javier was there with the camera a couple of seconds. I don't know. Perhaps he cannot. Yeah, but like I said, no. So it's about relationship networking. but it's also, I think, about even business. No, I mean, how to do business with Cuba. Okay, government. Okay, but are there some other ways how to enter the market? No, and you will get these specific information for sure. There are always information in the internet, but somebody said, no, you don't need to go there. You need to go there directly. And this is at the end what you also will have. No? So, I mean, you must see where people are coming from. And you can say, oh, recursos humanos, there's an HR manager. And now we have a new rule. And let's ask the Germans, perhaps they have developed this 5 years ago already. I mean, look at what was happening the last years with diversity in Brazil. These topics were already in the United States many years ago. So people can learn. You can see at LinkedIn, there comes one issue from this area, or sustainability. I mean, you can learn from different ways. Some countries are more advanced and some not, and some has these regulation and they have that. It's also about these topics that you have, not only about skills, because at the end, and also Eri, I mean, Eri also we had one day we had a networking event. She was speaking about her kid and with other mothers. I mean, it is how it is. I mean, at the end, we are human beings. It's not about, you're not in a German classroom where you only talk about issues, but you also talk about some private issues. And this is what also people do. No? So this is very relevant in order to build trust and also to share experiences of perhaps being a mother and struggling and doing studies and working and whatever. No? So, I mean, this is also something to share, no? Even what is interesting for many of you as well. Yeah, Eri, the last thing, you still have the hand up or not? Yeah, Javier cannot speak, I think, no? Not sure. Yeah, if you don't have any question, I would close the session and would be happy if you are interested. And you can also ask some other colleagues. We also have the possibility when you say, oh, we come with a company with 5 people, I also give 40%. We can put your logo on it, on the flyer. When you say, oh, our employer wants to be visible, we can speak about everything. So as you can see, I charge differently in different countries because it's a global program. I cannot take $1,000 for everybody. We are not living in the United States. No? So we do a global program. And even for me in Mexico, the salary is also not equal to Germany, whatever you know what I mean.
Thank you so much, Professor. It will be a pleasure to join you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Also,
Thank you very much.
I wish you a good lunchtime. I think for you right now will start soon.
Yes.
And,
but I'm going to the gym.
Or going to the gym. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, dokie. Yeah, Eri, thank you very much. And Javier for the attendance.
Thank you.
Yeah, and let's see. I mean, there are mentors. No? So what is the task of a mentor? I mean, you are starting right now, but what can you tell about a mentor? I mean, when people want to be after the program connected. You have anything, Irina? Okay. Yeah. So let's stop.
Well, it's pretty new for me, so I'm waiting to have more clues on it. I think it's going to be a very good experience too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because it will be again different countries. As a mentor, usually we don't give a mentor from Albania, and you have Albanian participants inside. So everything is always multicultural, always for each learning. And then everybody develop and grow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao.